part 2, minus glasses. Right, I'm a bit out of breath again. Probably because 1, I'm asthmatic, 2, I'm smoking, and 3, I'm walking up a massive bank. Yeah, I know it's stupid, but I'm an arse, I'm allowed to be stupid. Right, those of you that watched the last, 2-part Waynecast, number 10, this is number 11. God, I hate to think what this looks like, me waiting sweat every 30 seconds. Know that I've basically discussed a lot of stuff that I want to get put one side, to be honest, and forget about. In fact, I discussed it with Ryan Kingsley from Pixelogic. I won't go into details of what to say because it's a private conversation, but I ran it past Ryan and said, look, if there's anything in here that you'd rather I didn't drag up again, what you think reflects Pixelogic in a bad light, just let us know and I'll pull it before it goes up. And Ryan said, basically, as far as they're concerned, it's a dead issue. That's it, over with, done with. Nobody's, business but ours. Which is a way, it's fine. Apart from this, I doubt I'll be making any more comments on it. Yeah, I'm still getting the emails. Don't give a shit. Not really. I did find it quite funny that whoever is responsible, and we do actually, I'll say we because Pixelogic do have an idea of at least one of the people responsible. I won't mention names because it's libelous, but it's an easy matter to work out. But yeah, obviously riled a couple of people up. I posted a model based on the concept that Glenn Southern had done, called Abomination. Basically a tree thing in part human with fingers and hands and all sorts of crazy shit. And I thought this will be a really good candidate to do for a model. Some of them don't get a chance to do the challenges on sub digs. I'm only too bloody busy with other stuff, But I thought, well, I had a bit of time, so I had a couple of hours, so an hour or two, and I knocked something out. Now I knew, with it being as surreal as it was, that surreal stuff either goes good or it dies in its arse. I put it up, and in a matter of 30 seconds, some bright spot gives it 1 star. Yes, Wayne has 1 star. I've got to admit, I left my fucking back off at that one. I was even in more hysterics when I found out that somebody else, obviously a mate of theirs, came on and gave it 1 star as well. Now, 1 star to me means it's shit, it's a potato head, right? There's people who've just picked up ZBrush and haven't got a clue of art to get more than 1 star, right? I know it's not a 1 star piece. If it was, I wouldn't have posted it, let's be honest, The concept, yeah, it's a weed. But that was my interpretation of Glenn's idea, so I suppose technically we're both to blame for that. I'm taking off the blame for you, Glenn, here, if you haven't realised. But no, it got to the point where I found it hilarious. There was a lot of people a few people posted, and I'm glad I posted people like that, I got some nice emails from Troy, who I forgot to mention is one of the people who regularly views the Waynecast and reads the blog on dash.slash. I've known Troy for a while, and he probably knows more about the situation as an outsider, not being involved in that whole situation than anybody else. So there you go. But yeah, there's been a bit of a fallout. I knew there would be. In fact, you could say I went out of my way to prove a point. I didn't call any favours and say, would you mind propping this up and giving me a couple of stars? No, I never do anyway. But I thought, no, I want this to stand as it is and make it plainly obvious to the rest of the ZBrush community that there's a few people who've got it in for us. Because it proves a point. Then it feels that it's not me being paranoid. So I know some people say, I've just been bloody paranoid Geordie, which is what you call people from this part of the world. Although technically a Geordie is somebody born in sight of the Tyne, and I'm not. I'm born in northwest Durham, which is this place. See, no rivers. There actually is rivers, but streams rather, but you're really river down, but you can't see them. So yeah, it's sort of like, I found it hilarious. Glenn found it pretty funny as well, because I don't know, maybe it gets trendy and not like certain people. If they're under the impression that I release stuff and put it on ZBrush Central to get sort of top row and stuff, nah, I don't actively seek it. Unlike a lot of people, I don't try and get top row. I don't say this will be a great top row piece, it'll look fantastic, and it's, no, I just do what I do. I do it for me, I don't do it for everybody else. I don't bother about awards, about plaudits, sort like that. Bottom line is, what sort of bothers me is, does my stuff sell well? And it does. Am I still working? yeah, I'm getting work offers all the time. That's what matters. The rest of it, to be honest, is a load of rubbish. You know, not rubbish, but you know what I mean. It doesn't matter as much. They put it in its context. You can see what I mean. Sometimes I'll come up with a word that maybe doesn't go across correctly, but you know what I mean. You should do by now if you've been watching all of these. But yeah, I've been knocking a couple of other things out. One of them was a proof of concept to do with this offer from this company, this documentary, which is different subject matter I've ever done before, and I want to try some out just for me, for a quick, for an hour from the sphere. You know, I want to check whether my brain would slot into that. I knew it would anyway, but I want to check. You know, it's always good. I have a rule: if I'm offered something big, I'll always do a couple of test runs first, because I never take on work I can't do, and I won't take on work that I won't do a great job on. Because if I didn't think I was going to do a great job, I wouldn't accept it. So that's what I did. Now it's turned out rather well. Probably posted because I'm allowed, because it's outside the NDA, because it was only something I did for me. You know, the renders turned out pretty well, and it's all ZBrush from top to bottom. A bit of post work afterwards. That's it. You might see it sort of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this coming week. That's if I put this up tonight and don't leave it till Wednesday. Quiet, innit? I love the quiet. I've had a stop in bad head since about 11 o'clock last night. I spent later on into about 1 in the morning helping Glenn out, because some of you know, like, Glenn took a while out the scene, so he's getting back in the swing of things. You know, I had a similar problem. I had to go and do a lot of standard poly work for a good while, and then you come back and your hand sort of like, your hand's in, but you forget where stuff's at. And with there being changes between sort of two versions, well, Glenn was one of the beta testers incidentally, which I know some people don't know. He was actually a beta tester. Didn't get a chance to do any really good images with it because, you know, he's somewhat busy. I'm not sure with Glenn once we can everybody know that, but yeah, Glenn was one of the top beta testers. So between 2.5, which is the beta version he used, and version 3.1, there's some fair differences. So there's a couple of things he just wanted to quick, you know, upshoot on, you know, which is actually, it's really fucking weird. So I was saying to Glenn, I just realised, mate, I says that when I started, he knows that I started, like, you know, with Glenn's sort of DVDs and stuff like that, you know. I said, I used to learn from your stuff. I said, now you've came around, you're asking me for, like, you know, how to do something. It's not how to do it, it's like, where's the so-and-so button? Well, yeah, it saves him, if I'm online, he's online, or I'm on the other end of the phone, it saves a lot of time, other than spend another 5-10 minutes trying to find it on the interface. You know, things like that. There was a few things I gave him, sort of like workflow tips on that, you know, might prove useful. A couple of rare materials, mat caps that I'd made that I knew was fitting with Glenn's style. He does the same thing with me, you know, it's a two-way street. We help each other out, you know, good mates, simple as that. I don't have a lot of close friends in the 3D industry. That's partly because I live in a remote area such as this. Look, there's a 180 coming up, right down there, right up there. Look, see, there's a big hill that I'm going to walk up, which looks very shallow. It's more like that actually. Right way around, back again, there. See, right in the middle of the fucking countryside, right, middle of nowhere. This is officially the middle of nowhere. Not many other 3D artists around here. I know one guy about 13 mile away that works at Venom Games. You know, people there, but I keep sort of semi out of the industry to some degree. I'll just put this on here because I'm dying for a drink of my orange juice. Never go for a walk without orange juice, by the way. It's a really bad idea. Always have liquids when you're out for a long walk. Now I know it makes it sound like the Mojave Desert or something, but it's quite simple. If you're in the middle of nowhere, you get dry throat, you're fucked. And there's a little pit ponies over there, which you probably can't see. I'm not going to talk about them today because they weren't there when I went the other day, so I'm in the huff for them. I'm going to see how long I've got left. Right, a few seconds. Yeah, so that's basically an overview of stuff. Hopefully it hasn't been too whingy, this one. I know the last one was. But as I say, life's going well, got plenty of stuff going on. More NDAs I can't talk about, but hopefully at least one of these fucking NDAs I can actually tell somebody about soon. I'm hoping so anyway. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next Waynecast. I might put this one up tonight and then do another one on Wednesday, depends what you know, how busy I am. But I'll see you then. I'm Wayne Robson. Bye bye, YouTubers.